Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Rafela. I'm from 6E class and I will explain about the material that I have read and have concluded. And the title is Use of Literature in Language Teaching and Learning, a critical assessment. Okay, literature is the media of teaching and learning authentic language. The language of literature is well organized and wonderful choice of diction. Position regarding the use of literature in English language teaching and the inclusion of literally the text might foster the development of reading, writing, speaking, listening, and critical thinking skill. Language get the superposition literally works provide additional material of grammar practice, vocabulary learning, translation. This is why language is learned through literature. And the literature offers several benefits for ESL class can be useful in developing linguistic knowledge, both in the terms of usage and level of use. Literature is a subject of skill, not a subject of context and advice. Potential of literature in improving reading skills. Literature is reviewed as a resource for language learning. Study by Fan also show that literature is full of instance of real-life language in various situations. It provides lots of opportunity for students to improve syntax, pragmatic, cultural, and discourse awareness among learners. And the trophy in summary, the aims of using literature in ESY class argues the literature will increase our language skill because literature will extend linguistic knowledge by giving evidence of extensive and supplied vocabulary usage and complex and express syntax. And the potential value of using literary text in language teaching. Literature is seen as medium for students to develop their appreciation to different language systems. In addition, study literature can foster students' interpretation and improve their language and communication skills. The potential value of using literary text in language teaching. Literature is a medium for students to develop their appreciation of different language systems. In addition, study literature can foster students' interpretation and improve their language and communication skill. And conclusion from everything I explained earlier is about the use of literature in language teaching and learning, a critical assessment material. So there is few limitation. The literature is used as a resource for language learning, and for many students, literature can profit. Okay, the motivate them to read in English. For a student, literature is an ideal vehicle for illustrating language and use and for in the introduction cultural assumption. In other words, literature is used to put students in touch with some of the more supplied and varied creative use of language. Okay, Okay, thanks for watching, and thanks that all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I'm Suri Preningsih from 6A English Education Department. Here, I want to explain about use literature in language teaching and learning. Literature is the main vehicle for teaching and learning language. Literature is the proper place where language gets the superb position. Language is learned through literature. Actually, language teaching is a process whose aim changes not only from country to country but from individual to individual. For many students, literature can provide a key to motivating them to read in English. For all students, literature is an idea vehicle for illustrating language use for introducing culture assumption. In other words, literature is used to put students in touch with some of the more subtle and varied creative use of language. Literature is new material in teaching and learning communicative competence of the language. In literature-based classroom, literature can be the primary material of teaching the target language, providing authentic and real context of communicative situation. Okay guys, that's not from me. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.